Track gang, and welcome back to the Boeville in Newtown. This happens to be episode 21, and it's actually part 2 of the trip to Strasburg. I know it's a week late, but you know, I went ahead and I put up the first part, which was the Strasburg Railroad and the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. This episode is going to be focused on the Choo-Choo barn and the Toy Train Museum. I don't think there's quite as many pictures on here or for this as there was for part 1, but I still wanted to go ahead and put this out, and I know I'm also a few days early. So stick around, look at the pictures, because I've got a couple of things that I want to make announcements on, and we'll be back. Okay, so announcement time. Couple of things here that I want to discuss real quick. I'm trying to pull together, and I know it's been talked about. I know I've said something about it, but consider this to be the video that is going to kick off the possibility of a fall meet and greet down here in Baltimore. I'm going to try and set this up. I've got some ideas, and I want to hear from you all as to what you think. Now, the big one of this whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, because there was a lot of folks that are really interested in this, is the Timonium Train Show, otherwise known as the Great Scale Model Train Show, or the GSMTS. It is a huge show. The fall show down here is usually huge. If you're not familiar with the Maryland State Fairgrounds in Timonium, it's where we actually do have our state fair, which is the last week in August and the first weekend in September. It ends on Labor Day. Let's put it that way. They have their livestock shows there. They have a normal fair. I mean, there's Ferris wheels and little roller coasters and things of that nature for the kids. The thing that we call the Cow Palace, which is usually where all the livestock is, most of the livestock, the bigger livestock are kept in there, the smaller stuff is outside. The Cow Palace is where we actually have the train show. It is a huge building. I don't know the exact size, but what I can tell you, and if you've seen videos from myself or others, Dakman Productions has done a few. I know that there's others that have done videos of the Timonium Train Show, and I will have links below to that and the other thing I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But staying focused on the train show. That is October 15th and 16th. And literally when you walk into the Cow Palace, to the left-hand side is mostly vendors. You'll see modeltrainstuff.com will be down. There's a lot of independents that'll have tables there. Folks that have bought up estate sales and things of that nature will have tables. There are other manufacturers that will have tables there. I can't name them all because if it's anything like it was last year when John Foltz and Rick Bailey were down here, and my buddy Big John and Anthony from the Georgia Sun Belt, and John McCormick, another one of my buddies, and Joe Rader. Joe Rader was actually over there helping a friend of his at a sale table. So it is a huge deal. So like I said, the one side is nothing but vendors. The other side, basically, I'm going to say about 90% of that are your modular layouts. The FCSME comes in. The Mars Group comes in. That's the Maryland Area Rail. I don't remember. That's right. That's the Mead. That's the Mead Area Rail Society. The N scale. There's at least one or two N scales that come in. You've got the Western Maryland Historical Society that brings their layout down. And they're, like I said, it's just nothing but land. And some of these layouts are huge. If I'm not mistaken, the last time that the last show the FCSME did, they actually brought in theirs, and I think it was 40 by 50. Gives you an idea as to how big these modular layouts get. And I mean, they're operating. I mean, they're running them. And it's that, I tell you, what's really impressive is normally the N scale, when they've got a train there that'll pull like 90 some hopper cars on a modular layout. So go figure. But like I said, 90% of the right hand side is nothing but your modular layouts and your clubs. There's a 10% of that is some vendors that they didn't have room for in the main area. And when you first walk in, there's vendors there as well, and that's also where the food court is. But what my thoughts are on this, folks, is that on the 15th, we would all meet up and do the Timonium Train Show. On the 16th, if everybody is on board with this, the 16th we could possibly do, and I'm trying to see if there's a possibility we could do both. And I'm going to talk to Jerry Satz about this a little bit more, Boxcar Jerry, because he happens to be a member of the one, and that's the Baltimore Streetcar Museum and then the B&O Museum. Now, they're a bit apart, and the Streetcar Museum is only open on Sunday. The B&O Railroad Museum is open both days. Or what we could possibly even do, and this is another thought, would be to carry it over into Monday and maybe possibly do the B&O on Monday. Again, I need to get a feeler out there to see what people think, to see what the possibilities are of pulling this meet together. Like I said, I'm a rookie at this, so you're going to have to bear with me. But there is the possibility, if we get enough people together. I do know that the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum has a thing that if you've got a group of 20 or more, you can get a discount, number one, and there's actually some other things that you can do, because there's a train ride down there. They'll actually give you I guess, for lack of a better term, a backstage pass. They'll take you through some of the shop area down there and so on and so forth, because they do some restoration work down there as well. But it's the B&O Railroad Museum, and of course I haven't been there in a few years, but I know it's a neat place, and you could definitely spend half a day to a day down there. The Streetcar Museum, you're probably looking at maybe 2 hours at most, I'm thinking. I know when I was down there with Jerry, I kind of hung out a little bit longer than that. The last time that was back in 2020, believe it or not. So it's been 2 years since I've been down there, but these are the thoughts that I had. I mean, we could even possibly, if we can't get enough people to do it on the 15th and 16th, maybe what I could do is look at possibly doing it a little bit later to do the two museums. I don't know. I can't do it earlier, unfortunately, in October, the first weekend in October, I think it was October the 9th. My daughter has something with her company, and obviously I'm going to be going to that, so that weekend's kind of out of the question. So, like I said, we're kind of at that point where, like I said, I'd like to do something on the 5th. Definitely do something on the 15th. I know I've got folks that are interested in coming down for the Timonium train show, the GSMTS, and I mean, like I said, that's kind of what the thoughts are on that. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in doing something like that, and I'm going to start compiling a list. If you're not comfortable leaving me a comment, my email is a part of my About page. You can always send me an email too, and we can work it out that way. So that's the possibilities of a fall meet and greet in Baltimore. One more thing, and then I'm going to end this video because I want to swing over in the working on Union Station, but which will be another video. It's not going to be a part of this. I'm at 485 subscribers, I think, as of today, and today is Memorial Day. Good Memorial Day to everybody. Remember those that could not make it home. It happens to be May the 30th. So as of today, I'm at 485 subscribers. If I can get to 500, which I'm only 15 away, I am going to hold another contest. This one will be a little bit different. I'm not going to give you all the details yet because I haven't hit that 500 subscriber mark. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Because like I said, there is a contest coming up, and I would like to, I'm always wanting to give back to the community, so because the community's helped me, I want to help you all as well. This is probably going to be somewhat very similar to the one I think I did at 400 or 450. It'll be another monetary one. But yes, I am going to have another contest if I can hit 500. So hopefully we can go ahead and I can pick up a few more subscribers, and we can have ourselves a contest, and we can go on from there. So with that all being said, you all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. We'll catch you all next time. Be safe. God bless. We will see ya.